We're talking with Kevin Madden. You can follow him on Twitter at Kevin Madden DC, former Romney campaign spokesperson, Republican strategist. Kevin, as far as the debt ceiling, President Obama and Congress are going to have to, I suppose, deal with it. President Obama said that there will be no negotiations over the debt ceiling. We've seen some Republicans say, look, we're going to hold, we're not going to raise the debt unless there's significant government cutbacks. Is that a wise position?
It has to be. I mean, look, the reality of the situation, David, is that we're out of money, and we can't just keep borrowing and spending our way towards a more prosperous economy. Now, granted, that was litigated during this campaign, but I think that the Obama campaign was very careful to make sure that they often offered people who had very high anxiety about the level of spending and how big our deficits were growing. I think they spoke to those concerns during the campaign, and the president's going to have to realize that as he begins to negotiate with Congress. Yes, he did win, but there are a lot of members that got returned to a Republican House majority because they went directly to their constituents and made a case that they're not going to stand by for the status quo when it comes to borrowing and spending and just and continuing to pile up deficits. So the president does have a certain degree of leverage because he had an electoral mandate in his reelection, but so do these members of Congress. And I think that there are a lot of people out there very concerned about the size of spending, and I think the House Republicans are going to speak to that anxiety.
But is it wise for them to make that argument essentially over the debt ceiling, given that these are bills that Congress has already racked up and that until a year and a half ago there was never any sort of doubt that you raised the debt ceiling?
I think many of these Republicans believe it. And look, even taxpayers that are sitting at home watching this debate, they do believe it's a legitimate vehicle to have a discussion about what kind of public policy we're going to enact as it relates to our fiscal health, as it relates to doing what we can to combat rising deficits. So it is certainly a debate that many people think is legitimate, and certainly one that the Republicans feel very strongly about.
Fair then that would you, Kevin, be willing to say that it was a mistake of Congress not to put the two wars and also the Medicare Part D on the government's books, that to not pay for those?
There's no doubt that those concerns are legitimate. I think that when folks start talking about the hypocrisy of people's outrage when it comes to deficits, there's enough blame to go around. That's certainly going to be part of the conversation, as it should be, David.
Kevin Madden, you can follow him on Twitter at Kevin Madden DC. He's the former Romney campaign spokesperson, also Republican strategist, also just a great guy, as you can hear. Kevin, thanks so much for being part of Take Action News.
Hey, thanks, David, and thanks to your listeners. Have a great day.
You got it. Kevin Madden, have a great 2013. Folks, we're not a partisan show. We talk to folks on both sides of the aisle. We're all about providing information, hopefully fact-based as often as we can. Coming up, we're going to talk with somebody who's got an interesting idea about how President Obama can avoid this fight with Republicans about the debt ceiling. It involves issuing platinum coins. Yes, coins. Take Action News continues after this.